Wait until you see how this beautiful dress comes together. You're making a gorgeous circle dress with a stylish shoulder strap and bold details. It's simple, feminine, and perfect for different occasions. Stay with me as I guide you from the drafting to the final stitch. Welcome back to Easy Sewing with TAIC Beautiful People. If you are new here, I'm Taiwo, and on this channel, I share detailed sewing tutorials and fashion design tips to help you sew with confidence. So if you enjoy this kind of content, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like, comment, and share this tutorial. And to my amazing returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back. Your support means so much to me. Now let's create something beautiful together. This is the fabric that I'm working with today. It's a colorful crepe fabric and it is 2 yards. Then I'm also working with this black crepe fabric, half yard. Now I'll go ahead and fold these 2 yards of fabric into two equal parts. That's the first thing I'll be doing. Now after folding it into two equal parts, I'm going to pick the center that way and fold it into a triangle. That is me folding it into four. Alright, but it will be in form of a triangle. Now don't try this at home. I'm going to be using a marker, and that is because the white chalk is not showing on the fabric. The blue and yellow chalk I have is not showing both on the right side and on the wrong side. That is why I'm using the marker. And another reason why I'm using the marker is because this fabric is colorful, so this marker is not going to show, and what I'm going to be marking is small. Alright, I do not recommend this. Do not use a marker for your fabric because it is not going to clean off. Moving on, the bust measurements that I'm working with is 42 inches. 42 divided by 4 is 10 and a half. Then I want to use 1.5 inch sewing allowance, that is 12 inches. Now I'm going to place my tape measure till I get to where it can accommodate 12 inches. Then I'm just going to mark it. Now make sure that when you are locating this point, the right and the left side of the triangle, it is equal, it aligns. It's not that one side is longer than the other. Afterwards, I went ahead to mark out a straight line. The next thing you want to do is to identify your chest line measurement, and the formula to get that will be showing on the screen. So the chest line that I'm working with today is 8.5. So I'm going to place that 8.5 on this mark, because you know that we always input our bust measurement on the chest line. Okay, so I'm going to place my 8.5 that way. Now you can see that this outfit does not have a shoulder. It is not starting from the shoulder. So you want to determine where you want it to start from. And I want mine to come down by 5.5 inches. So between 5 to 7 inches is fine. But I want mine to be 5.5 inches. I do not want it to be too low. So I went ahead to mark that as well. Now that I'm done marking it out, on that point, I'm going to impute the shoulder measurements divided by 2, then minus 1.5. So the shoulder measurement I'm working with is 16 inches. 16 divided by 2 is 8. But I'm going to mark out 7 inches. Minus 1 rather. So I'm going to mark out 7 inches. I'm still going to use half inch to turn it with a bias. So at the end of the day, I'll be left with 6.5. Then on the chest line, I'm going to input the exact bust measurement so that I can draw out the armhole curve this way using my curve ruler. Moving on, I went ahead to add 1 inch allowance because I wanted to turn that part. I wanted to fold it. But if you will be turning the neckline with a bias, half-inch allowance is fine. I had to reduce the allowance later on when I decided to turn the neckline with a bias and not fold it. But if you want to fold yours, probably you're working with Ankara, then go ahead and add 1 inch this way. So I decided to cut it out so that you can see what I have been doing so far, since this fabric is quite busy. So later on in this tutorial, I'll be slashing through one of these at the neckline area just to create a little slit of about 3 inches, and I'll be fixing a button there just for easy wearing. I do not think it is necessary to attach a zipper to this outfit. Moving on, the next thing to do is to take the full length, and to do that you can just place, make sure that your tape measure is landing on that chest line and on the 5.5 inches mark that we came down by. Then just go ahead and measure the full length. So the full length that I'm working with is 40 plus 1 inch hemming allowance, that's 41 inches. So I'm going to make sure that I mark this round. So where you can see my scissors is where I have marked out, but again it is not showing because of the fabric is quite colorful. I'll be cutting it out now so that you can see the full length. This is what I have after cutting it out. As you can see, there are some parts that is not complete. There is a shortage, and I'm going to fill that up with the leftover fabric I just cut out. So I'm just going to place it this way, and I'll be trimming off the excesses. Make sure that you include your sewing allowance, okay? Now that that is sorted, this part that I'm indicating on your screen, I'm going to slash through it, okay? Because that is the sides. I'm going to slash through it, and this is me cutting through it on the table. Now that we can separate the front from the back, I'm going to notch the neckline. Then I'm going to slash through one of it for the back slit. The height will just be 2.5 to 3 inches long, and I'll be attaching a button to this part later on. This is the bow. I folded a fabric into two, and the dimension goes thus. The length is 8 inches. By the time I'm done sewing, it will have reduced to 7.5, and the wideness is 9 inches. By the time I'm done sewing it with half inch on both sides, it will have reduced to 8 inches. So if you want your bow bigger, then go ahead and increase all of those measurements. Now this is for the strap. So I have 5 inches here. By the time I fold it, that's 2.5, and by the time I'm done sewing it, that will be 2 inches. So your strap can be between 2 to 3 inches wide, okay? So if you want it to be 2.5 inches wide, it means you have to cut out 6 inches. The first thing I did was to make up for the full length of this dress by joining the remaining part. So I joined it and I trimmed off the excesses for both the front and the back. So right now the dress is of equal length, as you can see. The next thing I will do is to head over to the sewing machine. So remember that while we were cutting, I said I was going to turn this upper part. Alright, I was going to fold it rather. And that's why I added 1 inch. So I'll be reducing that 1 inch to half inch. And that remaining half inch, I'll be using it to turn that part with a bias. So I'll be turning the armhole area with a bias as well. The slit that we have for the back, I'll be turning it with a bias. I will no longer be folding all these parts, but rather I'll be using a bias to turn it to achieve a neater finish because of the type of fabric that I'm working with. Now this is the strap for the dress. For the length, cut your desired length. Alright, cut your desired length, but for the width, make it 2 inches, or cut out 2.5 inches on fold, so because you're going to use half inch to join it together, and by the time you turn it, you will have it 2 inches wide. So when you are done joining it with half inch, you want to make sure that the joined part is at the center, okay? You want to make sure that it is centralized. Now this is optional, but if you do it this way, you are going to achieve a much more neater finish, okay? Then you want to mark out a V shaped, a sharp V that way, and you just want to sew it to achieve that sharp V effect we have going up at the bottom of that strap at the front. And after sewing, make sure that you turn it inside out. This is the front neckline. I've turned it with a bias, like I said I would. The armhole, I turned it with a bias as well. And for the back, I turned the neckline with a bias, the armhole with a bias. But for the slit, I went ahead to cut out and turn it with a facing. Then I also added a buttonhole to it. Moving on, I would head over to the sewing machine to join it from the armhole down to the bottom. and also the bottom I'm going to hem it. So if yours would have a pocket, now is the time to attach a pocket, but this one that I'm making will not be having a side pocket, so I'm just going to be joining it straight from top to bottom, that we're using 1 inch, and I'll also be hemming the bottom. Now I'm gonna head to join it at the side, and I've also hemmed the bottom. The next thing is to attach the strap. I have attached one side and I'll be showing you how I did that. So this is what you want to have is your strap. You can see that I've turned it inside out. Then place your strap how many inches you want it above the hem. If it is 10 or 9 inches, place it, then stitch it down on the front neckline. You can see that where I stitched this down is the same sewing line as to the one that I used to turn it with a bias, so that it can be neat. Afterwards, you want to go ahead and measure out your strap height. So if what you left for the strap is 6 inches while cutting, you want to mark out 12. If it is 5.5, then you want to mark out 11 inches. You want to make sure that you input the correct strap height so that it would not be too loose or too tight when you are wearing it. Now to attach it, you want to make sure that it is being placed this way. Now you can see that it is starting from the edge that is close to the armhole. Yes, that's exactly how you want to place your strap, and you just want to go ahead and sew on it neatly. Then you are going to have excess that you can trim off and that you can also weave. So I'll head over to the sewing machine and stitch down that part. When I'm done stitching it down, this is what I'm going to have. So I'm done with this side, and that's what I'm showing you. So I'll head over to the sewing machine now and stitch that down. And this is what I have so far. The dress is coming out nicely. The final thing to do on this outfit is to make the bow and to attach it. So I'm gonna need to turn the fabric that I have for my bow. I left out a little space and I turned it through that part. Then this smaller one, this smaller band, I've gone ahead to sew it and turn it inside out as well. So you can see that I used my iron to locate the midpoint on the bow fabric. This will help to centralize the bow effect, as you would see in a bit. So I'm gonna need to thread my needle, and I started passing my needle in and out. You can see that I'm following through that marked line, that pronounced center rather. That's where I passed in the needle. Now I'm just going to bring it out once I'm sure of what I have, the fullness and how the plate is. Now I'm just going to hold it down with the thread by turning it over multiple times till I'm sure that what I have is firm enough. Now when I'm sure that what I have is firm enough, I'm just going to insert the needle into one of the or two of the thread that way, and just secure it. Now that the bow is almost ready, I'm pleased with what I have. I will just take this tiny band to cover it. So this tiny band, you can secure it by attaching a glue to it. You can sew it with your sewing machine, but I will just rather use my thread and needle and just untack it neatly. And this is what I have. It is neat enough. This is 6. I'm just going to tuck it behind the bow, and I would use my thread and needle as well to attach the bow to the desired part. But in this particular tutorial, we are attaching it to this part, okay, to one of the strap. And voila, the dress is ready. This is what I have. I'm done attaching the bow to one of the strap, and the dress is fully ready. And that's how to cut and sew this beautiful circle dress with shoulder strap and bow details. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Easy Sewing with TAIC, and turn on the notification bell for more easy and practical sewing tutorials. And I would love to see your results, so feel free to share photos and tag me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Happy sewing, stay creative. Bye.